Last week, I showcased one of the first guns I ever owned with the original Magpul Masada, and in doing so, I racked up an impressive 16.0 KD, with exactly 16 kills and 1 death. And this week, we are about to blow that number out of the water. Today, we have yet another impressive rival to the 28 kill run I made with my MP5 just a couple months ago. This time with a rifle that has also been absent for a few weeks on the channel, but just as sneaky breaky as the MP5. Today, we bring back the Night Wraith to do exactly what it is best at, and absolutely destroy the kill counter. But before we get into today's gameplay, I have a very important question for all of you watching. Now, as some of you may have already noticed, we have just reached 1.5 thousand community members on the channel. Firstly, thank you for that, I greatly appreciate it. And as such, we are due for another deep dive into one of my personal weapon platforms in the channel's extensive collection. So, I want to know from you guys, what weapon would you all like for me to dive into for the next deep dive that we do? Of course, the most popular ones in recent videos have been the classic ACR from last week's video, the Echo 1 FAL, which made a huge splash in 2 separate videos about a month ago, and of course the MP5 SD. I have featured many others across the channel's history for you guys and gals to choose from, so let me know down in the comments, and be sure to like any comments that are voting for your favorite, because whichever one has the highest number of either comments or likes will be starred in the next deep dive. Now back to today's gameplay. Today we are playing on Bing's Townfield, playing a game of Capture the Flag with a twist. Instead of having just one flag that both teams are competing for, there are a total of 5 flags scattered along the center of the field that both teams can capture any number of. The goal is to ultimately have a majority of the flags, and the first team to do so will win the round. This means that these rounds can go rather quickly if one team grabs at least 3 flags off the rip, but the refs for today have ensured that that won't happen too quickly. At the start of the round, the refs will start a 5-minute timer where the flags will be uncapturable. This is to ensure that the rounds are not a complete wash by whichever team runs full force to grab the flags first and gives both teams ample time to locate and secure the positions of the flag before they go live. Which means for the first 5 minutes, it's going to be open season for the Night Wraith today.
We have a lot going to the Reach.
Building in front in the window on the right. See the guy in the window there?
Yeah, I can see him. Hold on, my hop. You're up a little too fast.
The guy in the window? Well, the one over there.
It's important to note that these first couple attempts at getting a clean kill are primarily testing where my hop is, as I just put a new hop-up bucking and nub into the Night Wraith prior to this day of filming. As such, it's taking me a little bit to get exactly dialed in where I want my rounds to go, so be patient with me.
Oh my gosh! You can hang out there.
Do we have someone on this next building?
Yeah, teammate.
Teammate? Okay, I'm moving.
And I'm holding this flag for when we need to drop.
Flag will be attackable in a minute and a half. Flag will be attackable in a minute and a half.
Sorry. Oh, hello. Woo.
Flag go live in 10, 9,
Hey, Dougie.
7,
Half wall past the one in front of you. There's a dude behind it.
3, 2,
Yeah, so there's this half wall and then the next one up.
all on, flag all on.
And in an extremely quick finish, which is more common than you think, and you shouldn't be ashamed of it, the first round comes to an end, which brings us to round 2, and this is where things get very interesting. At the start of the round, I held back towards spawn to get a scope of where the enemy forces were primarily going due to the odd spread in the last round. To my surprise, many of the enemy players grouped together off the start and went to the right side rather than pushing for the objectives. So if it's a gunfight they want, we're gonna give them a gunfight to remember. Now that we are securely holding off the enemy players on the right side of the town and on the ridge, the best plan is to keep their attention here so that the rest of our team can win us the round. Until then, this strategy is working wonders for the kill counter. and an impressive, not trying to stroke my own ego here, 20 kill gain in one round, we as a team gained yet another victory and a nice addition to my own personal kill count, which will lead us right into round 3.
I think we got a little more.
This time the round starts off a little differently than I would have liked, but I'll save my comments until after you see what exactly is about to happen here.
Hey, just for future reference, it's a little close, buddy.
Yeah, I passed in the window.
Yeah, but that's 20 feet. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna call out. I'm just letting you know. I don't want you hurting anybody. Yep.
Now for those that didn't quite catch what exactly happened there, as I was passing by this window to get into the building, this younger player shot me through the window and rightfully hit my arm. However, the one thing I wanted to make clear to him was to keep in mind his minimum engagement distance. I myself had no problem taking the hit as I played a very risky game pushing as far up as I did, but I simply wanted to take the chance to remind him that shooting that close is a safety problem, and one that I will now remember for quite a while, as this hit left me with a nice bloodied arm and a nice new scar to accompany it after it healed. In a way, I'm glad that it did happen to me rather than another younger player, or even worse, an experienced player who would not have been as courteous and kind to him and try to mentor him to fix the mistake. And since I'm not attempting to make this injury sound like that big of a deal, I will simply leave you guys and gals with this. When something like this happens, try to understand that it is usually not on purpose, but it is a learning moment and a chance to correct the error. Not a chance to get into some fight with a 12-year-old who is still trying their best to learn the rules of the sport. Now, with my first death securely under my belt, let's get back into the fun gameplay where more glorious kills await us.
Me? Oh, hey, boss man. Don't worry, they got me a good one too on the arm earlier.
Okay, listen. Doesn't mean can't talk, but is that thing hitting pretty hard?
What?
That thing.
This?
Is it shooting pretty, like you can carry it pretty
I mean, kinda. Say, but don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing.
Okay.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the sound that every HPA user that is watching has always dreaded hearing. The sound of my tank running completely dry on air, which means that I will have to take yet my second death by technicality, and the walk of shame off the field to refuel, which also brings today's video to a close. Thank you all for watching until the end, and be sure to let me know what you thought of today's kill-rich gameplay. I do think that this one yet again came very close to beating our reigning champ, and if you look at the actual ratio of deaths to kills, that video, while it had 2 more kills in total, had a KD ratio of exactly 7 with 28 kills and 4 deaths. And I don't think I need to do the math for you guys, but this one had nearly double that ratio, so I'll leave it up to you to decide which is more impressive down in the comments. Or even, maybe last week's video with the Magpul ACR is the reigning champ, with a astounding 16 kills and a single death, meaning the KD was exactly 16-0. Regardless, thank you all once again for watching, and a special thank you to all of our new subscribers for helping us get to 1.5 thousand members, and I hope you enjoy your stay in this amazing community of mad lads and lasses. If you would like to see more of me in your week, come on over to Twitch, where I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will be streaming the day that this video goes out, so come and say hello to me and the crew over there. If you would like to directly support the channel, you can do so by picking up some newly released merch over on WolfDenApparel.store, the kitted design celebrating 1,000 subscribers, which we hit a couple months ago, and my full loadout breakdown that came out not too long after it. We'll be leaving the store front very soon, so be sure to pick one up before they disappear. And as always, this has been Wolf, and hope to see you guys next time I hit the field.